Sometimes I wonder, who would I have been if I just stayed on the island? Would I become a sick person like my family? Would I have grown up like I did now? Would I have become a pro? The only thing I know for sure is that the choices and challenges along the way have made me who I am.
Your mom said, we always saw Core as a land person and us as sea people. Do you agree with that?
I'm a land person.
천사의 섬, 이 섬마다 다 아름다고 지금은 엄청 아름답고 좋지만
I don't have much memory in the island. The thing I remember is that my family worked really hard.
그런 시대에는 정말 얘가 어려웠어요, 이 동네가. 왜냐하면 전기도 안 들어오고 상수도 안 들어오고 이 초코집불 밑에서 살고 그랬었는데
They always have a boat, small boat.
배로 다녔죠. 배로 다니다가 또 죽을 뻔봤어요, 아주.
바람 불고
우리
풍은.
그 용인이를 데리고 고생 많이 했죠.
To be honest, our island was very small. There are not many things you can do.
그럴 때는 이제 친구하고 둘이밖에 없어서
딱 둘이
둘이 있었어요. 여름에는 수영하러 다닌다고 혼자 바닷가에서 놀고 그 뭐 모래 파서 뭐 집 만들고
The tide went down. Some fishes couldn't go back to the sea. So we tried to pick up the fishes under the stone. The size is I think this much. It was kind of cool experience and it was fun.
그때는 많이 살았죠.
그런데 그때는 많이 지금도 많이 살고 있어요. 지금 저 종업원들까지 여기 사는 사람들이 지금 한 66명이고
The whole island is like family. You know, they go out fishing and then they share together, they eat together. So I have a good memory like going to the other people's house in the island. They all welcome to me and they're very friendly.
하도 이 자체가 사람들이 다 착하세요. 이 하도 자체가.
인심이 좋고 그래요.
I think so. As strong as I remember, my father was doing the seaweed farm.
저희 부부가 만나서 결혼해서 살면서 저희는 지금까지 여기서 김을 하고 있어요.
김양식이라는 거 자체가 되게 생소하신 분, 김이라는 것 자체가 되게 생소하신 분도 많을 거예요. 물론 지금 미국으로 수출이 많이 되고 있고 세계적으로 수출이 많이 되고 있긴 하지만 한국에서는 너무나 흔한 음식이고 김치와 김 약간 이렇게 생각하는 느낌인데
지게지고 이렇게 뻘로 다니면서 손으로 김을 뜯어왔어, 뻘에 가서. 그래갖고
기운이
엄청 성실했어요.
Sometimes I followed my father to the sea. I saw seaweed growing on the nets.
저학년이 돼도 이거를 하나씩 이렇게 하기 때문에 손이 다 필요해. 다 그걸 다 해봤거든요, 삼남매가. 다 해봤어서.
Sometimes I got to help, and sometimes I went to my friend's house so that I can avoid it.
너는 김 못해야 그랬지. 평화 안 갖고 우리 용이는 좀 느려요.
바다일은 엄청 힘들죠.
그러니까 지내는 시간이 저희 같은 섬에 사는 사람들은 물과 바다하고 이렇게 직접적으로 맞닿아 있다 보니까
바다에서는 항상 좀 바람 불거나 그러면 또 어렵고 그러나요? 그렇게 육지에서 하면 아무래도 마른 데서 있으니까 더 낫고
I guess I was the land guy. I always wanted to go back to the city so that I can play a computer game.
아이고 세상에. 그럼 이거는 2학년 때인가? 여기가 있을 때. 우리 용인이가 유치원 다니기 전인게.
I left the island when I was 7 years old because there was actually a school in the island, but there was no kid in my age.
처음에 8명, 저희 누나 때까지는 8명이었어요. 누나 친구 4명, 제 친구 4명.
My sister and my brother is like 9 years older than me.
저희가 졸업을 하고 나면 동생이 갈 곳이 없었어요.
그 뒤로 후계자가 밑에 학생 수가 있었으면은 폐교를 안 시킬까 했는데 얼른 학생 수가 없으니까 어쩔 수 없이 우리가 폐교를 시킬 수밖에 없더라고요. 교육청에서도 그렇게 권장하고 그래서
저 학교가 폐교가 되고 이들이 이제 목포로 가게 됐죠. 그런 게 이제 3남매가 살았지 목포서.
The process was not hard. I just go to school, go back home, playing the game, watching my brother playing the game. I was like very familiar with playing the game.
아마도 저 때문이겠죠. 제가 게임을 좀 좋아했었는데 하는 것도 좋아하고 보는 것도 좋아하고 좀 그쪽으로 취미가 좀 관심이 좀 많았죠. 게임 쪽으로.
One of the things we did a lot of time was eating ramen, and we watch it at OGN, like StarCraft. My sister was like my mom. She took care of me a lot.
그러면 이제 이렇게 용인이하고 우리 용주하고 터울이 있어요. 형하고. 그러기 때문에 용인이 형아가 이제 마치 가버리니까 용인이가 혼자 있게 됐지.
It's not like my parents and us were like totally disconnected because my parents came to our apartment like once a week.
처음에는 안 잊혀갖고 내가 날마다 전화를 했어요. 용인아 밥 얼른 일어나거나 밥 먹어라. 전화로 켰어. 전화로.
네, 잘 생활했죠. 유혹이 많잖아요. 자취를 한다는 것 자체가 유혹이 많은데 뭐 그런 나쁜 쪽으로의 뭐 그런 유혹도 많았을 거고 주변에 친구들이 또 항상 좋은 친구만 있는 건 아니다 보니까 그런 유혹이 좀 있었을 텐데 제 동생 같은 경우에는 그거를 게임에서 알게 된 사람들과의 의사소통으로 좀 해결한 것 같아요.
Once I start living myself, I think I grew up very fast. At one point, I was lonely, but on the other hand, I was okay because I can just play the game. At first, I wanted to be a StarCraft pro gamer when I was like 8 years old, but I was like not good enough. I played Avalon for a long time. When I was in the last year of high school, League of Legends came out in Korea. I was afraid to move away from the game which I was good at. I heard that one of the different Avalon players were already in the League of Legends professional scene. So I guess it was my time to move as well. So I decided to move the game.
그래 갖고 이제 게임을 더 본격적으로 시작해서 한 것 같아.
I realized I'm the highest rank in my school, and then oh wow, I was thinking maybe I'm talented.
대학을 안 간대. 그래서 나는 안 된다겠지. 대학을 안 간다 해서 우리가 이렇게 고생을 했으니까 너는 고생하지 말라고.
게임의 것이 전망성이 있었거나 우리들은 그랬죠. 지금은 좀 다르지만 그때 당시는 그 대학은 일단 들어가거라 그래놓고.
Before I went to the university, I tried out for the SKT T1 Fakers team. I failed there I went to the university. I watched the World Championship during the university time, and I saw they won the World Championship. That hit me really hard. I went to Jeonbuk University. I didn't know what to major, so I chose psychology because I saw many mentally sick people in the League of Legends. So I was curious about people's mentality. And then I met my wife there.
원래 조용인이라는 친구에 대해서 모르고 있다가 저희 학과에 약간 전통 같은 게 있었어요. 근처에 있는 동물원에 야간 개장을 보러 가는 거였는데, 그리고 그날 같이 동물원 야간 개장 구경을 하고 그 과방에서 정말 오랫동안 얘기를 하게 됐어요. 어쩌다 보니까 너무 잘 통하고 말이 그날 그냥 그 하루 밤 만에 친해진 것 같아요.
Doing a part-time job together, and we studied together. I kept falling asleep. She tried to wake me up every time. It was really enjoy spending time with her, and then we get closer and closer. I didn't learn many things in the university because I was not interested in studying, but it was not the wasting my time.
전 이 일을 한다고 했을 때 프로게이머로서 계속 해나가고 싶다고 했을 때는 되게 응원을 많이 했고, 일단 좋아하는 일을 직업으로 가질 수 있다는 게 어떻게 보면 축복이라고 생각해서, 그래서 그런 부분에 대해서는 많이 응원을 해준 것 같고.
그렇게 내가 가기만 하면 컴퓨터 앞에 앉았어. 그래도 너는 그 언제 공부할래? 컴퓨터 앞에서 이렇게 하고 있으면 내가 쟁반에다 갔다가 여기다 이렇게 너무 짠해서 집에를 올란 뒤 밥을 안 먹고 그것만 하고 있으니.
저도 잘 안 맞는 한데 네, 막상 게임을 좋아하시는 분들은 아시겠지만 시간대가 정해져 있지 않습니다. 배고프면 먹고 배가 안 고프면 안 먹어요.
그래서 그냥 한 학기 동안은 일반적으로 같은 대학생들처럼 했던 것 같아요. 대신에 이제 학교에서 있는 축제나 이런 데에서 게임 대회? 거기에 좀 참가를 했고, 선배들하고도 그것 때문에 더 친해지기도 했고.
What if I could be better? What if I could try harder something? So I wanted to come back. So I joined the Big Five Miracle, and I started playing from there. It was a pretty fun time. It's like every other team. In the beginning, we had no money. We share a room. We only order like one or two soup. We all share together. I don't know why. When you don't have money, it was more memorable.
어떤 큰 기대를 가지고 한 것보다는 그냥 프로게이머가 되고 싶다. 이게 오랜 꿈이었기 때문에 시작을 했던 거지. 크게 뭐 기대는 사실 안 했던 것 같아요. 당시에는. 그냥 좋아하는 일이니까 시작해보는 게 좋지 않을까라는 생각 정도?
After the team was over, I still wanted to compete, but I don't think there was the LCK team looking for an ADC and then looking for me to play for them.
좀 적극적으로 나섰어야만 하는 상황이었어요. 그래서 당시에 좀 PC방에서 방송 같은 것도 하고 그랬는데, 이제 시청자분들 중에서 몇몇 분이 디그니타스에서 원딜을 구하고 있다. 한번 오퍼를 넣어보는 게 어떻겠냐 해서 이제 그 시청자분들이 되게 많이 도와주셨죠. 그래서 같이 그 이력서 쓰고 그랬던 기억이 나요.
To whoever is in charge of Dignitas League of Legends recruit team, I'm writing to inquire you about opening for your AD carry position. My name is Yongin Jo, who goes by the nickname KoreJJ in League of Legends Korean server. So I just type in Korean using translator and then ask the viewers, am I doing correct or not? So when they say, it looks okay, so I just sent it. The two images I sent was my achievement in a solo queue. I guess I was decently high. I can see Faker on the rank 1, Peanut rank 2, Dapt rank 3, and I was rank 7. Not bad.
그래서 용인아, 옥매, 내가 여기서 너를 띄워놓고 사는 것도 그러는데 누나랑 형아랑 그러더라고요. 넓게 봐야 된 게 엄마 그냥 가라 가세요. 넓게 봐야 된 게 거기를 가서 씨가 또 더 잘할 수도 있고 경력도 쌓고 그래서 그러면 가서 해봐라.
Hi, I'm Coach JJ from Team Dignitas.
I was very happy that I joined a Lear team. The gaming house was big house on the hill, which is beautiful. Everything I did was with my teammates, so it was good time. When I joined the Dignitas, first thing came to my mind was that I should have studied English harder in the school. We didn't have English teacher, we didn't have translator, and we had to figure it out.
Welcome back to day one of the NALCS Spring Split.
The first interaction with me and Core was as a player in different teams. I was just brought up from Challengers League. I got promoted. I was in Team 8 and we were playing against each other. I knew about him. He was like a known name in the Korean community. So he came into US. I didn't think of much of him.
I do remember that there was an import player that was coming in and he was starting to learn English. And at the time, I didn't think much of him or Dig for that matter because they didn't perform very well.
It's going to be Team Liquid taking down Team Dignitas.
In the spring split, we went to the relegation. We won.
Through the skin of their teeth, Dignitas are back in the North American LCS.
And in the summer split, we made the playoffs, but we lost. Unlucky.
마음이 아프긴 했는데 워낙 그 전 팀에서 연패를 많이 했었던 상황이어서 이 정도는 뭐 괜찮다.
In terms of the language, I got used to listening to English after like 6 months. I got used to speaking English as well.
이 정도면 잘하고 있다 기대는 못 미치지만 뭐 이것도 경험이다 정도로 생각했던 것 같아요.
I think it was decent start. Unfortunately, they were not happy with my performance, so they didn't extend the contract. But I miss the food, I miss the family, friends, EJ. Like as soon as season is done, I wanted to go back to home.
잘하고 있지만은 그래도 멀리 떨어져 갖고 있으니까 항상 보고도 싶고.
보고 싶죠.
Now I had to find a new team. I had no space to think about I'm gonna make NA great.
Speak of the devil, look at him.
용인아,
Hey.
너 디그니타스에서 삼성으로 어떻게 들어가게 됐어?
그냥 솔랭하다가 감독님이 데려갔는데.
솔랭하다가?
I was very happy to come back home, to be honest. The joining HK team was what I wanted to do. I played a lot of solo queue, and then I remember I hit pretty high rank. Edgar watches some of my games, and he told me he watched my games in the LCS. When Samsung reached out to me, I was really happy because it was a really big team. We didn't make playoffs. We were like 7th place. I was like not doing well. They brought the AD carry player from the challenger scene. It was Ruler. I was thinking about moving to the support here and there because I enjoyed playing support. Edgar called me and then suggested me if you wanna try the support. when I played the game in the stage, I was pretty disappointed because I went 0-3 in a regular split.
사실 삼성 때는 한 번도 편하게 시즌을 보낸 적이 없었던 것 같아요.
I just warming the bench seat.
내가 힘들다 가면 한 번씩 내가 말해 준 것이 용인아 힘들지 그래도 바다에서 일한 아빠도 계시고 바다에서 일한 형아도 있는데 육진께 더 낫지 않겠냐 최선을 다하면 또 좋은 일이 있단다 그러죠.
I got a chance when we lost in our summer finals. We had to play the gauntlet for the world spot. When we lost our first game versus Africa Freaks, Ed got subbed me in, and I started performing very well from there.
Nice play between Core JJ and Ruler there.
We questioned this change. Core JJ had never won a professional game as a support.
I gotta say, Core JJ is looking great.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely.
A trip to the final match in the gauntlet against KT Rolster. Winner goes to Worlds.
선발전이었어요. 선발전이 그때가 선발전에서 이제 탐캐치로 했다고만 기억이 나네요.
Luckily, once I had a chance, I could play well. I grabbed the chance.
KT Rolster versus Samsung. You can hear the fans. This is it, game number 5.
They're in a great position right now to take this 5th and final game.
Samsung came into this series being 0-19 in game score against KT in the last 2 years. And Samsung, the improbable, the impossible is happening. They are going to Worlds.
울면서 그때 동생이 얘기했었거든요. 아, 다시는 이 자리에 못 설 줄 알았는데 서게 됐다. 좋은 성적을 내게 돼서 너무 기쁘다. 뭐 이렇게 울면서 얘기했었는데 그때 그랬었어요. 네, 그때가 제일 기억에 남네요.
I was not a starter starting of Worlds tournament. After game 2, I subbed in. I think I won every game from there until the finals.
When you have a look at how these teams got here and you know the story of both Samsung and SKT, you feel just how special this match is, especially for the young team coming in and trying to rise to greatness, challenge SKT for that title.
T1 was a really good team. They had a lot of experience and a lot of good players. We lost 2 games in a row in a bad way. And then third game, Ruler made a really good comeback play.
Ruler running low on mana. Yokin shifts forward, trading off them. That's a shutdown. That's another. Samsung Galaxy continue to fight.
And we won game 4, so we went to the game 5. Game 5, we didn't have much experience. I was very indecisive in a clutch moment. I couldn't take the win when I could have.
SK Telecom have overcome every challenge. They are the undisputed best team in the world.
그때 정말 아쉬웠는데 왜냐면 그 5경기 전부 다 치렀잖아요. 마지막까지 희망을 놓지 않았고 결국엔 져서 정말 아쉬웠지만 그래도 그 성적에 저는 만족했던 것 같아요. 너무너무 잘했다.
I was satisfied how far we went because we exceeded our expectation. But at the same time, if we played a little bit better, we could have won. Us players wanted to play together one more year because we saw the potential we can maybe win next year. We were pretty good during the regular split, but we came to the playoffs, like we choked a lot. We had to play the gauntlet. We won gauntlet again against KT 2 times in a row. We learned a lot from the loss, and then after that, like we started being very dominant.
작년에 그렇게 준우승을 하고 나서 1년 동안 너무너무 그 패배를 아쉬워했기 때문에 우민이가 1년 동안 다음엔 이길 수 있다, 할 수 있다 라고.
잘 참아요. 잘 참아. 그리고 우리 용인이는 이렇게 가만히 말을 들어보면은 지가 그 궤도에 나는 서야 쓰겠다. 그것이 좀 강한 것 같아요.
The SKT dynasty is over. All hail the new kings, Samsung Galaxy, your 2017 world champions.
I was extremely happy. I thought this world was mine. I thought I got everything I wanted to do.
네, 그래갖고 이제 그 우승을 하고 함께 하다, 이 장하다. 그랬죠, 마음속으로. 그렇게.
It feels really nice. Putting a name on the League of Legends history. That's what everybody wanted to do.
예, 맞네요. 2017년이면 롤드컵이요. 예.
이요? 아시안게임.
아, 네, 무슨 겁니다.
그 우승할 때는 우승하고 화도를 왔었어요. 여기 우리 교회에서 프랑카드도 걸어주고 환영을 해줬죠. 용인이 같은 애기는 신안에서 특혜고 이 신안에서 용인이 안 나기 때문에 특혜고 이제 그때부터는 이제 용인이가 괜찮아하겠다.
Once your season is over, you need to go forward again. You need to do it again. I mean, the delight didn't go super long. We won the biggest thing in the League of Legends, and then our life didn't change at all. That's where burnout hit us. I wanted to keep playing, but definitely I was tired. I needed some fresh air.
In 2018, after we had finished Worlds and we were preparing for the 2019 season, and I was working really closely with Kane. I mean, you think we're at the Alienware training facility, we're literally thinking about what we're roster is going to look like. We have all the different permutations on a spreadsheet. He's flying back to Korea. He's calling me. Conversations are happening with agents and players, and I remember him sending a message back about how he thinks CoreJJ is going to be a great option for Team Liquid. One of the reasons why he was so keen on Core is because Core wanted to be in North America again.
The ACS team was my primary option. Very interested playing with the W. So it was easy choice to come to Team Liquid.
I'm going to take everything that I've learned and reaching the highest pinnacle of achievement within League of Legends, which was winning a world championship. And I'm gonna take that knowledge and I'm gonna infuse it with my passion and my energy to develop the NA scene, then wanting to come back and have kind of a redemption story. This is very telling about Core, you know, to go and compete for a world championship and fail, to then come back and win, to come to North America, and he wanted to develop North America. All of that energy was such a compelling reason for us to take Core so seriously during the off-season preparing for 2019.
We were just 10 miles ahead than the other teams. We were undefeated for a long time, and our scrim result was very good. Once I decided NA is my new home, I just want to make my home stronger so that, you know, I feel good staying here. I don't want to stay in a dirty home or something. I just want to clean up and get better. I wanted to elevate the entire scene.
And we ended up winning back to back.
And they are the best team North America has ever produced.
He always gives everything that he has to practice, to on stage, and he is the hardest working player that I've worked with ever.
인내심이 강해요. 인내심이 한 번 하면 꼭 결코 이것을 끝내고 말 그런 성격이지 그냥 하다 포기하는 성격이 아니고 그래요.
아빠 많이 닮았어.
He's always so passionate about building talent and working with other players to basically improve them, but also improve himself.
Through and through, Core has maintained a position as core to the roster. And this is something that is not just recognized by Team Liquid as an organization, it's also widely accepted and understood by pro player community that Core is a great leader. And he always respected a level of work ethic that I think most North American players felt was unrealistic.
I also want to work as hard so that I can provide him with the best environment for him to prosper. And I don't want his effort to go to waste. So I think he just makes everyone better around him. Core is adjusting very well. Something else that helps him is definitely his wife. I think she's been supporting him throughout his career the whole time. The trust level that they have, the support that they give each other is amazing to see.
My mom sent me a lot of seaweed. Something like this. 김전 맛있는데 막 어디서 팔진 않잖아. 맨날 이제 시골 파도 가면은 엄마가 해주니까 그거 맛이 계속 그리웠어가지고 한 번씩 은지가 도전을 해봤었는데.
리퀴드에 올 때는 제가 준비했던 그런 삶 중에 하나는 한국에서 상담 교사를 하려고 했었던.
Every off season, I went back to Korea to spend time with her. After spending 2 years in the NA alone, I want her to come to NA too.
사실 제일 중요한 게 용인이었고 용인이랑 같이 있고 싶은 마음이 커서 이 미국행 자체에는 큰 부담은 없었던 것 같아요. 그냥 이제 드디어 같이 살 수 있겠구나? 같은 생활을 할 수 있겠구나 정도? 더 이상 장거리가 아니고.
I didn't propose in a best romantic way.
어느 날 고향에 갔다가 돌아오는 길에 오피스텔 1층 로비에서 자기 몸만한 꽃다발을 들고 결혼하자고 말했어요. 로맨틱하진 않죠. 사실 좋았어요. 설레고. 새로운 곳에 와서 미국이란 곳에 제가 올 거라고는 생각도 못했었고 용인이도 이쪽에서 많이 인정받고 이 생활을 좋아했기 때문에 한국 생활에 대해서는 크게 미련은 없었던 것 같아요.
어때? 이 맛이 아니야?
그 맛인지는 모르겠어. 근데 그 맛이 기억이 안 나 이제.
새우를 안 넣어서 그럴 거야.
근데 맛있는데?
그래? 다행이다.
먹어줄게.
조용히 조심해 이거. 이거 진짜 뜨거워.
파김치.
조용hin이 좋아하는 파김치네. 어떻게 알고 사왔대?
먹자.
나 방금 이번에 좀 잘 된 것 같은데 라고 생각했어.
맛있어.
안주상이네?
안주상이네. 그래서 맥주가?
She came 2020 Christmas, so it was really good Christmas gift for me.
매일매일이 되게 화사했던 것 같아요. 아무래도 면적 대비 사람이 적다 보니까 되게 여유롭게 느껴지고 딱히 한국이 막 그렇게 그립진 않았는데
After she came to NA, it felt more like NA's home.
I know his goal ever since he came to NA is to win Worlds in North America. I think a lot of people can say you're crazy or you're too ambitious. I don't think it's ridiculous at all. I think it's something that we can still dream about and still work towards.
I don't think we'll be able to say we are better and to have the respect from the international community until we win a world championship from North America. I think everything up until that point will feel like a one-off. I don't think Core will be satisfied either until that happens.
I was focusing on the international success more than domestic success, so I didn't care too much as long as we go to the international stage. But domestic success went too far for a long time. Now people start blaming, and I was very disappointed. More than elevate the lesson, I got a mission to do something good for the Team Liquid. We were just okay, but Team Liquid was not okay with okay.
There has been opinions, sentiment that Core, JJ is washed, Core needs to retire, he needs to go to coaching, he doesn't have it anymore.
Maybe Core's best years are not ahead of him. Like maybe the run's over.
그런 코멘트들이 솔직히 상처받고 좀 서운하긴 했어요.
I think last year I was thinking, when I couldn't even make the playoffs, I was thinking that am I the really big problem?
왜냐면 제가 보는 용인이는 항상 열심히 하고 사실 실력도 더 늘면 늘었지 퇴화하진 않았다고 생각을 하는데
EJ was supporting me, and then I could be able to overcome it.
He still got it. So,
I am so glad that he was able to prove those people wrong. He was given a role as the leader, and he led the team to the trophy.
1, 2, 3,
I think it was not enough. I'm still hungry. I want to win more. Not only shutting down the haters, I wanted to turn their mind. I still need a lot of job to do, but I'm happy that I can start. For the longest time, I doubted myself. I played Avalon tournament. I lost immediately. I played SEK. I couldn't win single games. I role swapped to the support. I lost every game whenever I subbed in. So there was a definitely time that I doubted myself. As long as you don't give up, you can do it.
그때는 승패 누군가 알아주지 않아도 이기기 위해서 서로 밤새서 하고 그런 때가 있었다는 걸 기억을 했으면 좋겠어요. 좀 즐기면서 했으면 좋겠어요. 그게 가장 큰 행복이라고 생각해요.
장하다, 잘했다, 고생했다. 항상 최고야, 나 잘할 수 있어. 그런 말을 많이 해주죠. 카톡으로 그런 말을 많이 해줘.
행복하게 잘 살았으면 좋죠.
사실 용인이가 이 프로게이머라는 직업에 대한 열정이 아직 살아있고 5년 뒤에도 하고 싶어 할 것 같거든요. 좋아하는 일을 본인이 원할 때까지 계속 할 수 있었으면 좋겠고 그래도 서로 좀 발전하는 그런 삶이었으면 좋겠네요. 5년 뒤에.
I wanna play the League of Legends as much as possible, as long as possible. And once I retire, I wanna share what I learned. I wish people remember me as a good role model player for the many NA players.